Guys, we have a big breaking news coming out. Very important update when it comes to SNAP EBT. Almost 5 million Americans may not receive any SNAP benefits in November under new rules issued by the Agricultural Department on Tuesday. Now, once again, the U.S. Commander-in-Chief Administration had previously announced that it would halt all SNAP payments in November, blaming the Gov shutdown. Officials also declined to use the Gov contingency fund to cover federal food assistance during the shortfall, a decision overturned last week by two federal judges who ruled the Gov must issue either partial or full SNAP benefits. Alright guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Alright, so very important guys, these are very important news. Again, like the video if you can. Thank you so much for your support. Now, Chuck and Hakeem sent an urgent letter this morning to the president stating, "We want to meet face to face and reopen the Gov immediately." That's a slap to the sleeping giant face. I mean, now they want to reopen the Gov after the election? Really? He shut it down 14 times. Now he wants to open it because we are done with the election. Can you believe that? So he put millions on hold. Chuck put millions on hold. Unbelievable. On Tuesday, the U.S. commander suggested he would violate the court orders by halting payments until the shutdown was over. Once again, the White House quickly walked that back, saying it was complying with the order. Within a few hours of the U.S. Commander-in-Chief comments, the Agricultural Department issued new guidance for how to calculate SNAP and ordered states to recalculate benefits for current recipients. The Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, a left-leaning group, told the New York Times that the new policy cut could average benefits by about 61% this month and leave some recipients with nothing at all. Some households are not going to get any benefits under this, said Dante, who oversees SNAP research for the group. So again, out of 42 million, only 37? So 37 million is going to get the benefits. So 15 minutes ago, what is the status on November SNAP benefits? These are very important updates, guys. Very important information here. So once again, Donald administration announced that it will provide only half of November food stamp benefits by drawing $4.65 billion from the SNAP program contingency fund, citing the ongoing Gov shutdown. Now, payments, however, may be delayed for weeks or months due to outdated state systems and reprogramming challenges. Now, the decision follows federal court orders in Rhode Island and Boston requiring the USDA to issue at least partial benefits. The agency opted not to tap $4 billion from other sources, including Young Ones Nutrition Funds, citing risk to school meal program. Nearly 42 million Americans rely on the benefits, and the disruption has driven many to food pantries, food banks. The president said he wants benefits to resume and has asked courts for legal guidance on funding options. Advocacy groups, including Democracy Forward, criticized the partial payment and vowed continued legal action to secure full benefits. All right. So again, guys, now all of a sudden Chuck wants to reopen the Gov. Let's give the Americans their stuff now. The USDA maintains that contingency funds are typically reserved for natural disaster and has blamed the left for the shutdown. Legal and logistical uncertainty continues as states scramble to adjust system and millions await assistance. All right, so that's where we at. So we do have more updates. Donald is putting out this information here. So what has the president said about SNAP benefit? The president said Tuesday in a post on Truth Social that he would suspend SNAP benefits until the left open up the gov, which they can easily do, and not before. The announcement came just a day after the administration said it will partially fund the program following orders from the two federal judges. The White House press secretary Carolyn later walked back U.S. President comments saying that the administration will not violate the court orders and would fund SNAP at least partially. So here's a map. I want to bring this one up really quick here, guys. So it says here, map shows states covering SNAP benefits amid funding lapse. States covering SNAP benefits amid gov shutdown. So the pink one means they're not getting it. None. The beige, I guess, is increased food bank funds. The light pink is direct financial aids. The light blue, increased food banks funds. And yeah, these are very important an update here. Absolutely sad. If the founders were here to see all this, they again, they'd probably tell us, hey, we do all this over. Just take everything down and rebuild and start from the beginning. As the federal gov shutdown continues, states have begun implementing measures to support residents who rely on the SNAP, which has been frozen until funding legislation and negotiation in Congress. On Monday, Donald announced that it would partially fund the program through an emergency fund. So we already know this. I'm just going to skip certain parts here, guys. All right, it seems like this is all of it for that news. Okay, so I want to bring some of this news really quick. Show you some of this stuff. So we're going to go with, excuse me, other breaking news. So you guys know New York. Well, New York, New York, New York. Fire Department New York chief resigns. Ooh. A day after Zoran won the NY City mayoral election, Fire Commissioner Robert announced that he would step down next month. Why? What's wrong, and why? What's wrong? I want to bring this up really quick here, guys. The Dems demand GOP and shutdown. Chuck and Jeffrey just called for a face-to-face sit-down with Donald. Oh, look at that. Right after the election, now they want to talk. Man. Wow. And this letter was sent to the president. Dear President, we write to demand a bipartisan meeting of legislative leaders to end the GOP shutdown of the federal gov and decisively address the right healthcare crisis. The left stand ready to meet with you face to face anytime and any place. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Ooh, that was a slap to Donald. That was a slap to Donald. Because Donald, he uses this a lot. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Man, that was a slap to Donald. Now all of a sudden they want to talk. The election is over. We got everything. We got Pennsylvania, Virginia, New York. We got California. Now let's reopen the gov. A slap to the sleeping giant citizen's face. Unbelievable. That is sick. That right there is sick. Breaking news. And this ain't gonna happen. She's not gonna win it. Breaking news. Marjorie Taylor Greene has reportedly told her supporters that she's seriously considering a run for 2028. No offense, Marjorie. I just don't see it. I don't see it, Marjorie. I don't see it. Yeah, I just don't see Marjorie, becoming commander-in-chief. I don't see J.D. Vance becoming commander-in-chief. I just don't see that. I mean, to be honest, I don't see no one from the Donald administration. I mean, Rubio, maybe. But I just feel like there's going to be a left. There's a possibility it might be Gavin. Or who knows? I mean, since New York got their first, there's a possibility they might bring in another one. The sleeping giants so deceived. They loved to transform their lands. All right. I'm looking for more updates here, guys. Ooh. Whoa. So guys, I might talk about this tonight. Look at this. So parents began planning to take their young ones out of NYC schools minutes after Zerwan module win. Wow. Well, it's happening. The downfall of the rotten apple. The downfall of the rotten apple. I guess Abraham Lincoln was right. If America ever falls, it's not because of the outside, it's because within. It's because within. And that's what's going on right now. Alright, so I'm looking for more updates here, guys. I'm not seeing anything else, but look at this one here. Breaking news. US to begin canceling flights from Friday as Gov shutdown drags. Remember, the White House said, prepare for chaos. Buckle up. Alright, so this is all the information here, guys. I think I'm going to end it here. I'm not saying anything else. But, again, for those who are struggling, we are struggling, but we need to pray for each other in these tough times. Really, really bad times are happening. And New York is just the tip of it. So people need to start praying, repenting, because I do believe there's going to be a lot more of foreigners taking sleeping giant spots. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Check out the videos I posted today. The links will be in the comments box. I got one more video coming up later tonight, late night video over at Grand Supreme News. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.